welcome to the channel. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Join me on today's video for yet another unboxing. I have some fresh new arrivals. I've got a Sugess to my right, I've got a Proxima in the center, and one of the new Seestern watches. No points for guessing which one that is. So really excited to unbox all these watches. So let's start off with the first one. Let's look at the Sugess first, because this is something I am quite excited about, and I'm sure you guys are. I did feature this on my AliExpress sale video. So let's have a look what's in the box. So with the Sugess stuff, you know, Sugess and Seestern kind of share platforms, they share watches, you know, on their stores. But this is actually only on the Sugess official store. So once you remove the card and all the manual booklets, etc., you have the watch right here. Now, this watch, as you guys know, it is homaging the Zenith Chronograph. And, you know, this runs a Seagull ST1902 movement. As I said previously, Sugess are the absolute masters of that Seagull ST1901 or ST1902 movement. No silly screw down crown, as of course the watch won't work. Incredible looks. This watch is a very good looking watch. I think it's around 37mm, but I'll do the measurements in just a short while. And you know, Sugess absolutely smash it out of the park with these movements and the designs. They are a very good seller, a very different style of watch out there. But with this watch in hand, you have two different versions. You've got one with a canvas strap, which will set you back around £183, and then you've got the bracelet version, which is what I have in hand, which will set you back around £196. You've got around 4 different colors. That gives you 8 different variants with the bracelet or non-bracelet options. And I gotta say, the watch looks striking in hand. So let me get off all this plastic and then report to you with some dimensions. Specs wise, you know, stainless steel, sapphire crystal, as I said, the Seagull ST1901 movement. Let me just get this off. So let's start off by giving you guys some measurements. Let's look at the case. We've got just under 37mm. Lug to lug, you're looking at 47.5mm, and thickness is just under 14mm. And lug width is going to be around 20mm. So let's give you guys a quick overview of the watch. Now, obviously, being a homage to that Zenith Chronograph, you can see they have homaged it really well. The angular case just looks superb. The finishing is amazing. Super fine brushing on the side of the case. Just have a look at that. You've got a mixture between brushing and polished surfaces. You've got a polished edge along the case, which I absolutely love. The flat side of the lugs, that's also polished, but you've got a brushed bracelet. The fit and finish on those lugs looks absolutely incredible. The bracelet in hand also feels quite good. On the side, again, that same brushing, pushers, and that silly S that I don't really like. But you've got a signed clasp. I much prefer that Sugess logo, so I would like to see that kind of S on that crown. I've mentioned that on the previous Sugess watches. But that dial is gorgeous to look at. Silvery in color. You've got the polished edged hour markers, 3 black subdials, this orange set chronograph hand, those brushed hour and minute hands. It's a really nice watch, and they've also gone with this tabletop top hat sapphire crystal. So let's wind up the watch, and you'll see the running seconds hand to your left starting to work. Let's check the chronograph out. Okay, so of course with Sugess, more often than not, you'll get a see-through case back showing you that Seagull ST1902 movement. Now, Sugess always use the modified version with that swan neck regulator on there, which just makes the watch a little bit more easier to regulate. And yeah, that looks quite good. Now, these are limited edition. There's not that many left on AliExpress. So if you do like this watch, I suggest you go ahead and pick one up before they run out. Now, one thing you'll notice on the A face is that sort of sunburst style of brushing, where it goes out in all directions. I think that's a really good visual. I think they've done that finishing amazingly well, just to give you that sunburst effect on the case as well. So I won't say too much, and I'll put it away so I can review these guys. But in hand so far, that looks beautiful indeed. And you know, with this style of watch, you can get it in both the nylon or the canvas strap and the bracelet. It's always good to get a bracelet one, so you've always got a bracelet, and then obviously you can retrofit whatever strap you like. So let's put this one away and let's open up the next one. Next, we are going to Proxima. Now let me show you this watch. I absolutely loved it when I first saw it, but I'll tell you a little story of how I first saw it. So I was just, you know, patrolling the Proxima store as you do, and this was just after the AliExpress sale video. And I did mention in one of my previous videos on Proxima that they did say to me they'll be looking to do a 36 or 37mm case, because as their previous watch that I reviewed, it was that Christopher Ward Sapphire Phantom Homage. Yeah, that, you know, that watch was just a bit too big. So I did see this case on their store, but they had a different dial in there. I'll put that picture up. They put that dial on there that they used on one of the older 6-2 mass watches. I really didn't think it went well together. Now, also in the AliExpress video, I did show you this gorgeous, stunning snowflake blue and that teal dial on the 6-2 mass Homage. So I simply requested that they put the dial from that into this gorgeous 37mm case, and I have to say the case is so beautiful. It definitely does remind me of a San Martin, and that's how good the quality is on this. Let me give this a quick clean. Some of the things which are of course standing out already on the dial, or the watch case should I say, is that super fine brushing, polished sides, drilled lugs on that case, a very thin bezel indeed, and of course the main point, which I haven't even mentioned yet, is that stunning dial. I love how Proxima have done this. Now, you know, there is a branding issue. You know, they've got some with the Proxima and the unicorn logo, and they've got Omnion on there. I simply requested Proxima to be you know, printed on the dial because that looks the best. Really nice baton hour markers, rectangular hands. This one is the PT5000 version. You also get it in a SW200. So the PT5000 will set you back just under £200 or around $230-ish. And this is a very nice looking watch. I can't wait to really get my hands on it and give this a full review. However, the strap they've sent it on is this crocodile style leather strap. You know, quality is good enough, but I don't like these straps at all. They give the watch a very cheap appearance. I'll definitely need to change the strap on it, and I think Proxima definitely do bring out a bracelet on this, something very close to the San Martin one, of course, with some nice female end links, and also, you know, or maybe a different rubber strap. They really need to focus on, you know, the bracelet and strap options, because that just makes the watch look so poor. So let me give you guys some dimensions. Let's start off with a diameter reading, and it is closer to 37mm, coming in at 37.2. Lug to lug is 45mm, and a thickness of just 11.2 mil. That is a really nice case. So now we can put this away and talk to you about the last, of course, the Seestern. And if you guessed the sub 600T, then yes, you are right. So let me peel back all the stickers. And here we go, the Seestern sub 600T Homage. Again, this watch was featured on the AliExpress sale videos that I did, and they've already got quite a few orders, and they're looking to be all 5-star or near enough. Now, I remember seeing the actual Doxa version a while ago, and I wasn't too sure because it is a very unconventional watch shape, should we say. It does have some really nice vintage looks, those angular cases, and the way that the bracelet kind of fits into those lugs. But when I took a closer look at the Seestern one, I remember going through the actual video with you guys, and I remember thinking, wow, this has some really nice features present on the case. And even though it is a homage, you know, Doxa did the work on all the design, it's also about the execution, and Seestern, so fine hand, have executed this so well. I already can see some of these polished edges along the side of the case, super fine brushing, feels really solid in hand, and that crown, that's probably one of my favorite features about this case. Look how nicely it tucks in into the case, which doubles up as obviously crown guards. So that is a very snug fit. Of course, you know, design points go to Doxa, but execution has to go to Seestern. So you've got that, oof, you've got that bezel, very nice rotation, touch bit of play on this one. You can feel the spring in there, and of course you got the correct numbering on that bezel. So when it comes to the bezel, you've got two different options. You've got the stainless steel one, and you've also got a ceramic one. I happen to have both in hand, and it really depends on what you're looking for. If you want that stainless steel look, which I actually prefer, or you want that colored ceramic look. So the bezels do have a touch bit of play, and sometimes you do find that on some watches, but as long as if they line up on the dot, do they line up? It appears to be just slightly off on the blue one with the ceramic bezel. And let's have a quick look at this one, because that is going to be quite important. So this one is also a touch off. So that is a bit of a shame. They are slightly off and they're not dead central. So of course you're going to have a lot of people that really want that, you know, perfect alignment from these watches. But you do have that bit of play which goes back. It doesn't go any further than that. So maybe that's something Seestern can look at. Now I know they've already fixed something on this, or improved something on this, should I say. I found a lot of people complaining about the thickness of that hour hand, saying it's quite thin in comparison to the minute hand. So they have gone back and made it just slightly thicker. It does look a bit more proportional, I have to say, in the pictures that I've seen, but these are the ones I have with me. So loom date wheel, of course, as you expect with Seestern. Price wise, this is £152. You've got 7 different colors. You know, you've got the teal, you've got the yellow, the orange, the black orange, you've got the silver, you got the white. You know, you can go on there, AliExpress store, and check them out. The bracelet, so the bracelet looks quite good. You know, these mini chocolate bar style links, very nicely brushed, polished sides. We've got screw-in links. Yes, I believe we do. Clasp, they've gone for that same clasp that we've seen on the previous models. It is a nice clasp, 6 micro adjusts, Seestern logo, etc, etc. But that bracelet is quite good. Wow. So let me give you guys the dimensions on this before I forget. So case wise, you should have a 40mm case. There we go. Lug to lug is going to be 47.5mm. You don't have female end links, so that is going to be at 53mm, but you do have quite a dramatic slope on this, so that really shouldn't affect the lug to lug. Thickness, we're looking at just 13.4mm. So that is, I gotta say, a nice looking watch. They've done really well on there. Just a slight shame on the alignment where it's not perfect, just fractionally off. But you do have a version 2 to look at. So yeah, there we go. Some nice unboxings, some more work for me to go back and give these watches a full review. So guys, thank you for watching as always, and I'll see you on the full reviews of all the watches I've unboxed for you guys today. Hope you enjoyed that video, and I'll see you on the next one.